Hey there, brilliant people. So today's question is, if I get a bad feeling about somebody, does that mean they're a bad person? Well, that's a kind of interesting question, isn't it? And of course, the answer is, it depends. So this is one of those areas where we really do benefit from having conscious intuition rather than subconscious or unconscious intuition. Because if our intuition is just subconscious, we'll just get the feeling and we'll assume that, oh, that person doesn't feel very good, they must be a bad person. And we may make judgments on that actually are not appropriate or valid. And so when we have conscious intuition, when we have some sense or some ability to really lean into those patterns that our intuition is giving us, we actually do better, because it means that we are aware that, okay, there's a pattern here. Because assuming that our intuition, it is our intuition that's talking to us, it's not just our I don't know, we're not just having a bad reaction because we actually ate something at lunch, and so we think it's that person, but it's really just our stomach. So assuming that we know it really is our intuition. When our intuition is getting a bad feeling, it's telling us there's something here that's out of alignment. There's something here that is not supporting our integrity. But the question still remains, is it because there's something about this person that, through no fault of their own, they've just triggered a bad memory for us? So it's not necessarily that they're a negative or a bad person, but they've actually triggered for us a memory that was not very good. And it was a memory of when things were out of integrity for us. So, a classic example is if somebody's wearing a perfume that triggers a bad feeling, and we might think that it's the person, but when when we get that feeling about that person, we want to stop and get conscious about our intuition and go, okay, so is this because this is reminding me of some other time when I was out of my integrity, for whatever valid reason, but things were not good? Or is it because this person is out of their integrity and I'm feeling the discomfort of that? Because in that case, look, the truth is they could just be having a bad day. We've all had those. And sometimes when we're in a lot of pain, sure, it means we're not in alignment with our integrity. That's really unfortunate. But it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. But of course, the third option is this person attempting to manipulate me or to set up a situation that's going to take me out of my integrity? In other words, is this a dangerous person for me to be around, because this person is going to make it harder for me to be in my integrity? So those three situations need to be handled differently. But initially, you just get this bad feeling from this person. And when we have unconscious intuition, that's as far as it'll go. But when we have conscious intuition, we'll be able to focus on it. We'll be able to ask ourselves, so where is that bad feeling coming from? And it can be coming from, as I said, that they've just triggered an old memory of ours, which could be the universe's way of telling us that maybe we need to do a little bit of work around that. However you do that, you do some therapy, you get some fractology, you do what you need to do to get that situation complete so that it's not going to trigger you again in the future. The second situation, where that person is really just in pain, well, in that situation, the most appropriate thing is to flow acceptance, do what you can to be empathetic, obviously not take it on board yourself, but do what you can to support them so that hopefully they can get through whatever it is as lightly as possible. But the third situation, if that person is doing something to try to take you out of your integrity, well, then that's a situation that, depending on the situation, that may be somebody to avoid, but it is definitely somebody that you're going to want some really strong boundaries around. Because the only way we're going to achieve our brilliance is when we actually do those things and keep consistently putting ourselves in a situation that keeps strengthening our integrity. Because of course, the more that we do that, the easier it will be to remember that you're brilliant.